Oh, this is first trip 2025.
Whatever you might need, a front shoulder.
Up there's Captain Craig.
Fellow passengers, shoulders to steady up on.
We're heading towards the opening of Copper Harbor proper. Okay, first voyage 2025. It is May 19th. Up there is Captain Craig. Getting a little rough as we're getting to the opening of Copper Harbor. So I'm going to actually go in. Season 2025 has begun. Okay, coming into 3 Mile. So 3 Mile does have actually it has 2 bear vaults. If you're in a tent site, these are what you're supposed to store your food in. This is 3 Mile. So there goes Mr. Squirrels, just sitting there. Hey, chubby.
I would say
We
make me think otherwise is that Daisy's going to be a busier.
No, this time of year we got no problem. We have decided we are gonna pass through 3 Mile and go on to Daisy, but there are empty shelters here, so there it is. Quite a few.
I think you told me that Daisy has more shelters.
More than 3 Mile, yes. This one's got like 8, but plenty of empty shelters in 3 Mile. Okay, we're on the Daisy Farm Trail, about a 1/4 mile south of the Greenstone Trail Junction. There's this awesome pond here. We're on our way to Macargo. Let me stand up. My client is a photographer. He wanted to go take pictures of this pond. We have not seen any moose yet. Beth and I were here in 2016. They were airlifting these piles of planks and stuff. The piles have gotten smaller over the years, but there's still some here. Like I said, we're a 1/4 mile south of the Greenstone Daisy Farm Ridge Trail Junction. And my friend saw this pond and he wanted to go take his camera and get some pictures of it. We have not seen a moose yet. We've seen pileated woodpeckers. So far there are bear boxes, the big brown ones, at both 3 Mile and Daisy Farm. We've seen a series of the wolf crates set out, strategic places. The crates they brought the wolves here in, they're utilizing them as food storage lockers for the tent campers. Not sure if the GoPro's picking it up, but there's some loons calling. It's been chilly. It's got down to 34 degrees last night. We've only had a high of 42 thus far. Very windy, very cold. I'm hiking in a puffy, a button-up shirt, and my pant legs zipped on, and gloves. That gives anyone who knows me, they know it's got to be cold for me to be hiking in anything but a t-shirt and zipped off legs. So that's it for now. I've done this trail many times on other videos, but I thought once we were here, if my photographer friend thinks this is photography worthy, I figured I better take a little video of it. Very windy today, very windy. I'm sure you can see the bushes and trees going. It's cold. We won't be taking many breaks on the ridge. So for now, that'll do. Have a good day. About halfway to Macargo. Down there you're looking at Lake Angleworm, or Angleworm Lake, whichever it is. We're about halfway. Very windy, very cold, still hiking in my puffy. Okay, this is McCargo Cove. There are 6 shelters in McCargo Cove. And as you can see, their bear boxes made it as far as the end of the dock. I didn't get a video, but yesterday someone sitting on the dock got a video of a wolf on that far shoreline. Actually went in the water and swam around a little. Very cold yet. Haven't been here at this time of year for a long time. But this is McCargo Cove. I believe there's a total of 6 shelters here. Okay, due to a severe weather delay yesterday, the Voyager had to overnight in Wendigo. It's supposed to be here at 7 a.m. Central Time. It is 7:30 Eastern Time. So we should see it coming around the channel here shortly. Thanks to my Garmin Explorer and being able to talk to the mainland, we weren't left in wondering overnight whether they missed us or what, but I guess the waves were pretty horrendous. So yeah, the report that Beth got was 8 to 11 foot waves, but so they got to Wendigo safely. I don't see her coming down the channel yet, but I thought I heard a boat's foghorn a little bit ago, so I don't know if it's foggy out there. But again, this is McCargo Cove. There was an individual that filmed a wolf on the shore across that we're looking at right now. Yesterday we got to see the slight battery malfunction. As I was saying, we are now waiting for the Voyager. We were informed via the satellite device that it would be at the McCargo dock promptly at 7 a.m. Central, which is slowly approaching, but it appears the winds have died down dramatically from yesterday, so hopefully we will see it come. Otherwise they'll message Beth again and she'll message me and say, oh, there's more trouble, but we hope not. Anyway, this is McCargo Cove. Like I said, we've seen a couple moose. As a matter of fact, I saw one again first thing this morning here in McCargo. We saw one on the way to McCargo from Daisy. Beautiful morning. It's been cold. Coming in May is definitely layer up, but slept good at night. Beautiful day today. So later on I'll try to get some footage of the actual Voyager ride from McCargo to Rock Harbor. From my understanding, they're turning and burning in Rock Harbor. So the people that were supposed to get on this morning should all be at the dock waiting for it, because it's overnighted last night in Wendigo. So I'll pick this up again later, probably when the Voyager becomes into view. And here comes our chariot to Rock Harbor. This is the Voyager 2. Got waylaid yesterday in Wendigo because of high waves and gale force winds, but she's coming now. I'll get some more video on the boat. That is Belle Isle right there. Beth and I circumnavigated, I think in 2021 we stayed there. Beautiful place. We just picked up somebody. This is the Voyager. This is a part of the island most backpackers don't get to see. I'll get some more photos when we go around Blake Point. Okay, that is Lock Point. This long one is Blake Point. Blake Point's where the horn fire was along that ridge in 2021. We are approaching the Blake Point, go around Blake Point into Tobin Harbor, I believe it is, Merritt Lane. That's where a lot of kayakers and canoers have trouble. Okay, there's the opening of what they call Duncan Narrows. That is Blake Point. Boat's getting ready to go around Blake Point. But there is a campground not too far down there, which is Duncan Narrows. As the boat goes a little farther, we should be able to see down it. So that's Duncan Bay. Like I said earlier, in 2021, there was a fire raging on this ridge called the Horn Fire. That was the same year Beth and I circumnavigated in our sea kayaks. Like I said, that's Duncan Narrows. I don't want to run out of batteries, so I'll turn it back on when we get closer to Blake's Point. Again, down there, Duncan Narrows. This is May 22nd. Over there, still snowpack on the north shore. We're getting closer to going around Blake's Point. They call this area right in here the Palisades. I don't know how well GoPro's picking it up, but that's a sheer rock cliff in between the two snowpacks. And there you can see more down what's called Duncan Narrows. Okay, this is Blake Point combined with the Palisades, those cliffs right there, and the fact that currents can come from several directions and converge around this point. This is the renowned most dangerous place on Isle Royale for canoes and kayaks, is going around Blake Point. This is it. We are currently getting ready to go around Blake Point. A couple years ago, there were some canoers that got capsized here and had to get rescued off these rocks. Beth and I took this point in 2021. Of course, we did it in sea kayaks and spray skirts and dry suits. I can't imagine being stuck in bad weather on those rocks right there. But a couple canoers were stuck, I believe, overnight. Little did they know, they didn't know the island, but you can bushwhack about 2 miles into that point. There's Merritt Lane campground. But another boater or kayaker saw them there and radioed for help, and they were rescued. That is Blake Point. Not a place I would want my fiberglass composite kayak smashed into the rocks. Now this alleyway of water right there, that's called Merritt Lane. When Beth and I went around this point, we turned and went down Merritt Lane into Tobin Harbor. Alright, next stop for this boat's going to be Snug Harbor. There's a moose right up here. I'm going to try to get a video. The bull. Okay, we have left the dock. I am on the Queen. We have a 3.5 hour ride home. This is a view of Snug Harbor. First trip 2025 is underway to the end. There it is.
Well, welcome aboard, everybody. Welcome aboard the Isle Royale Queen for our return trip back to Copper Harbor. Once again, a few more safety announcements that I do have to pass along. First off, the Coast Guard says I have to inform everybody where all the life-saving equipment is. We have several different bins of life jackets located throughout the vessel. We have a large bin of life jackets located in the lower forward cabin. We do also have another large bin of life jackets located by the port side entrance exit door. And also before you head out onto the back deck, there's another large bin of life jackets on the right hand side closet. We do also have children's jackets, and those are going to be located in the bin right before you exit out onto the back deck along the back booth right there. Also, we do have 4 life rafts on the boat. We have 4 life rafts on the upper deck. Should there be any kind of a marine incident, a crew person will be standby to assist people as needed. Once again, as you do move about the boat, please be aware that the boat is in motion, so please do use the handrails, seat backs, poles, whatever you might need to maneuver around safely. Also, if you came over on Monday, this is a lot better trip today.
Yay!
It will not be as rough. So, you guys were real troopers on Monday, so going back, this will be a breeze for you guys. We did leave fairly early. We left about 15 minutes early, so I'm guessing we should be back tied up in Copper Harbor by about 6:10, 6:15, somewhere in that time frame. And I'll have a few more announcements once we get closer to Copper Harbor. So sit back and enjoy yourselves, and maybe take a little power nap. We'll see you back when we get to Copper Harbor.
The island in front of me here is Raspberry Island. There's a dock right there. There are no campsites on Raspberry Island, but the Sandy even takes a tour there from the lodge when it's open, and there's hiking trails on Raspberry Island. The story is, during mining going on here, they got the bright idea to burn the island to the rock to see if they could find copper, and the first thing that grew back on the island was raspberries. Now, sometimes these stories are true, sometimes they're full of BS. I don't know which is the case in this, but that's why they call it Raspberry Island, supposedly. A couple seasons ago, there used to be a wolf on Raspberry Island that would watch the boats go by, but I don't see him today, so maybe he isn't there anymore, he or she. We are passing through Smithwick Channel, and pretty soon there's a certain way he's got to come through here from the rock shoals, but pretty soon he's going to turn, and we're going to be heading southeast 53 miles to Copper Harbor. Saying goodbye for the first trip of the 2025 season upon the island. I will return on June 14th. I'll pick up some more video when we get closer to Copper Harbor. But we're about an hour out. You can see Isle Royale fading in the horizon. Actually, compared to Monday when we came out, today's a beautiful, smooth ride. Beautiful. Felt good to get back on the Queen for the 2025 season. It's a little cold in May. I usually don't go in May, but this client wanted to be back for a family reunion on Memorial Day. Came from Oregon. It was a good trip. We had a great trip.
Is it one of those old-timey ones?
Copper Harbor Lighthouse. Ain't a lot to see in Copper Harbor from this distance because of the barrier island. But that is the lighthouse and the current beacon ahead of us.